What the fuck?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to What the Fact. This is a podcast about questions. If you aren't aware of it yet and you're just joining us here new in 2020, that's what we're all about. This is Patricia.
This is Ashley.
Stephanie.
Woohoo! Guys, we have to admit, this is our first live recording in 2020 that we've had. And this feels so good again. I missed it.
I know.
I missed it too.
Me too. It should be everybody's New Year's resolution to record more. I don't know.
To record more?
Record more, listen more. I have found that not having a creative outlet has been a negative impact on my soul personally.
Oh no. I want to laugh cry more. But you can't want something that requires something to happen to you. Do you know what I mean?
Extreme emotions.
Laugh
Are
crying
you
is one
ticklish?
No.
Oh, then I
well,
can't do
yes.
it. Okay.
Yes, I am.
Oh.
But not
Do I not know? Do I not want to know where you're ticklish?
That's an interesting question. I'm not ticklish in the typical armpits and feet.
What? Okay.
Or where
so
are you
can-
ticklish?
Can we just do can I point to parts in your body? You can do hot and cold until we find out where you are ticklish.
I'll try to say what
Should I
those
take
parts
off my
of bodies
jacket?
are.
Yeah,
So
Ashley's
it's
got
clear.
on.
If
these
you could
huge-
also take off your shirt, that'd be great too.
Here, let me undo my bra.
Not wearing one.
Oh.
Just kidding. I'm actually wearing one today.
Ashley's wearing a poofy jacket as if it was 30 degrees here when it's mid 50s.
Well, I was in Japan for work and they have their offices at freaking 75, 80 degrees. I was doing Bikram work. It was so hot. I was so sweaty.
Now you have to readjust to it.
I know.
Actually being cold.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So that
Actually
makes sense
cold.
to her.
It's in the mid 50s. It's not that cold. But as we said on past podcasts, we're spoiled by weather here. So anytime it's swerving from 60 degrees, we feel like we're dying.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
Accurate.
It's
Anyways, I'm ready for tickle touch time.
Oh,
Oh, just made that up on the spot.
Insert sexy raunchy music here.
What would that even sound like?
Woo, that was a fun session, right, Ashley?
Ooh. She found my tickly parts.
That's weird. No, we didn't do anything. So keep your pervy imaginations to yourself.
Or don't. Please email us about it. Maybe?
Slide
We'd like
into
to
the
hear about
DMs.
Oh.
All right.
Or
So-
don't. Okay. So I just want to say real quick that while Ashley was on her fabulous honeymoon, I was in charge of Instagram and some of those DMs. My goodness.
Yeah, they're pretty weird.
The majority is please, sir, I would like to promote. I need money. I was like, oh,
Did you reply to these porn bots?
no.
Okay, I hope not, because
No.
we're all sharing this account and I don't want to have porn bots.
I replied to nothing. I just kept reading the please, sir.
Please, sir.
So badly. I was like, not a sir. But I really enjoyed reading them.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't understand why people do that. I was just monitoring some stuff on her Instagram and someone wrote a comment that was like, please, I can use money to help you with logos. I can do this. It's like, what? No, delete. Why are you writing that?
Number one, do they not like our logo? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I have a new logo that I'm going to run by you guys later that I think I like better. I keep forgetting to show you. Anyway,
Rebrand music insert.
insert money here.
Cha-ching.
So how was your guys' I know we talked about New Year's in our past episodes, but this is our first time actually recording in the new year.
Mm-hmm.
And Stephanie, you didn't really have any New Year's resolutions except for just to live a great life or something
Drink
like that.
more,
Yeah.
fuck more, give less shits.
All right. And-
No, it was drink more, fuck, give less fucks. But then
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's not fun.
So, Stephanie, how are those resolutions going for you?
So okay, no, nothing that exciting. Give less shits. I'm trying to do really well about. One thing that did happen that you both saw that I haven't posted, I don't know if I ever will, maybe, is I did get my first of 6 tattoo sessions.
Whoop whoop. It looks good.
It looks fucking amazing.
She pulled down her pants in front of me twice at work. I loved
I've
it.
flashed a lot of people at work now. Probably will get an HR email any day. But no, I'm really happy. It's the outline of one leg. I gotta do the outline of the other leg and then fill in with color. But already it's such an instant gratification of how awesome it's going to be.
I love it. already. So I don't even know how the colors are going to enhance the tattoo. You
Mhm.
should
But
tell.
she-
Well, are you comfortable telling people what it looks like?
Oh,
or what the
absolutely. Yeah,
design
no,
is?
no. It's full Hawaiian madness. So there's plumerias, hibiscus. There is a birds of paradise going up my hip.
These are flowers.
These are flowers.
Of the genus
These are Hawaiian
flowers.
flowers. There's lots of different leaves that correspond with plants. It goes up and down all areas of my thigh and hip, and it's not, in my opinion, overly sexualized where it could be because of its location. And to me, it's just beautiful. And all I've gotten is session 1 done.
The outlines are so well done, though.
Mhm.
Did your artist like trace an outline, or did she freehand it?
So she traced and then began to freehand. I chose this most incredible
Ooh.
artist who I knew was going to be the right person from the get-go because she's also a Russian Jew and she worked alongside the JCC. And I'm like, all right, like, yeah. So like she was clearly the one for me and she knew what this meant to me. And she had downloaded all of these like possibilities and created this sketch and then put the sketch and then moved it. And I don't even know if the other leg's gonna even look like this. It doesn't even matter to me because it's her interpretation of what this should look like, which is why I chose her.
I
That's
love
pretty
that.
cool.
Yeah, she's
I'm excited to see after all 6 sessions are done.
6 minimum.
Okay, after all the sessions are done completely.
I feel like you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do way more after.
Probably. My brother actually asked me, I showed him this like a weekend or two ago, and he's like, a lot of people get addicted to tattoos. Do you think that's gonna happen? I'm like, yes. Just immediately yes.
I'm not gonna lie. Given the design, I think it'd be really cool up your back, like vining up your back.
I kind of want it up the sides.
Oh, I love.
We'll see.
I don't know. You make me want to. I have a design of a tattoo that I drew a long time ago when I was in high school that I was like, it'd be amazing if I got a tattoo design like this. I just never did.
What's your tattoo design of?
It's very geometric. So
Is it
I
a naked
Ooh.
woman?
it's actually me on me on me. So meta.
Ooh.
It's a tattoo on my tattoo.
Wow.
No, it's just this like geometric design that I drew and I really liked it. It's sort of like it's organic, but it has order. I don't know. It's sort of like
no,
me.
that's
little bit.
awesome. Warning, it sucks.
Yeah.
It hurts
I regret getting my
so
tattoo.
much. It feels like a really slow, deep scratch. Like if you can imagine
It is
being
basically
the hardest scratch, the hardest scratch you've ever considered in your life, and that just a million times over at a slow motion is
So,
what this feels
I
like.
know
Oh
I'm
my.
very wimpy in this kind of sense when it comes to needles. I don't mind needles, but when things protrude into my skin, I get lightheaded. I almost passed out getting my very light tattoo, my very small tattoo.
I
Oh, my.
didn't pass out. My other leg shook a lot.
Whoa.
My tattoo artist had these lollipops to get your mind off of it, and she keeps you talking, which is very sweet. There were a couple of moments where I'm like, I can't keep doing this.
It's just like, suck on this.
Yeah, pretty much. But like, I guess the average human can withstand about 2 hours of this because it's basically torture.
My tattoo was
Wow.
like 10 minutes and I was about to
so
die.
mine was 2 hours, and that's
Ugh.
1/6 minimum of what I'm about
You're
to go
much
through.
stronger than I am.
Oh my gosh.
You just got to keep talking.
Oh,
My
keep
brother got had hours for his tattoo because he did
On
a half
purpose?
sleeve. Yeah, he was not drunk. He had a half sleeve, and
You're
then
not
he
allowed
decided
to be
do a
drunk.
full
Well-
sleeve. Did you guys see his tattoo at the wedding? I
Mm-mm.
think
he
he
didn't
kept
get
it.
naked enough for me to see that.
I will say that's actually a really good reminder. If you plan on getting a tattoo, if somebody allows you to get tattooed and you're drunk, you say no.
Yeah, actually, I thought they're not allowed to tattoo you if you're
They're
drunk.
not.
Okay.
But some places are not good.
Yeah,
So
true.
don't.
Like the
Don't
person
do
on my
that.
corner with the needle and pen ink.
Just that
Just
person just
Oh my
randomly on the
gosh.
street with
Yeah,
random
they're
like,
like,
metallic
drink
things.
it up, then we'll play with your skin.
No.
Anyway,
That's
Say-
a pretty good branded slogan. Are you in
Say
marketing?
yeah, I am. So
Say
Ashley,
no to that.
what about you and your New Year's changes or resolutions or
Um,
goals?
Yeah, no, I think in the most recent episode I wrote down that I have this idea book, so I'm going to start doing it. So I actually have some action items that I need to do. So
That's exciting.
Be on the lookout when I start actually launching some of this stuff.
Are you gonna not tell us about them so we're surprised?
I'm not going to talk about them.
All right.
Maybe sometime I will.
Is it a John Hamm porno? Because can I be involved?
A John Hamm porno. I think you can do that by yourself with a camera.
Hey!
Hey.
Please, John Hamm.
How about you though? I know you were sharing some stuff with us,
I
but
was.
I think you should talk about it.
So New Year's Eve, I was sitting there alone because I didn't go out because I was that person.
Whatever, it's overrated.
And I was like, you know what? I want to do some, like, not resolutions, but like 20 rules for 2020. So I thought it sounded really cool, like, marketing spin. So I listed out 20 rules for myself for 2020. And they range from anything to, like, spend 10 minutes before I go to bed cleaning my apartment. Send one letter to my father each month.
That's not how it reads. It reads, send a letter to my father before we have the banquet and conquest other territory.
Before the polo match.
So yes, one is to send a letter to my father each month, mainly because he loves getting letters and sending me letters. So I'm doing that. There's 20 rules. I think they're really attainable. They're not like big resolutions, but I think so far they made a big difference for me. So I'm very pleased with them. One's I can't drink alcohol. One's no soda. And this is for a whole year. No restaurants unless it's like planned ahead.
Mine's drink more soda, more restaurants.
Mine's not even about me. Mine's about the businesses I want to do.
Oh.
That's fair.
But, I read over your 20 list, and I think it's all about, like, trying to be mindful.
It basically is. Things that I should be
like
doing
that.
anyway.
Yeah.
But to remind myself. Like, one's like, moisturize all over after showering in the morning. Because usually I will just do, like, a quick thing where I do, like, my hands, feet, butt, face, boobs.
That's a lot of territory already.
Yeah, but I'm missing, like, my shins.
Oh, yeah.
Shins are important. They dry up.
Yeah, so now I'm more mindful to make sure I get the whole body.
So speaking of which, Patricia bought us some of these exfoliating gloves because I typically only exfoliate my face. But as I've started to get sugared, like the hair removal process with sugar or lemon water, they say the hair comes out a lot easier when you're exfoliating your legs, which I didn't know that because they're like dead skin will hold on to the hair longer.
Damn dead skin.
I know. So I've been trying to exfoliate more on my legs.
And I feel like those gloves, they're like really cheap ones on Amazon, but I feel like they do a really good job of like cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
So I use them to lather up all over my body. But then I also use them to rinse off the stuff too, so I feel like it's like double exfoliation. My body, when I get out though, like I just slide across the floor and then I fall down and I just keep sliding on my butt because it's so smooth,
From one room to another. I can't use that on my leg for like months.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, true. So you're just going to have a lot of detritus build up.
That's disgusting.
I exfoliate everything but that section of thigh.
Can you can have running water over your tattoo
course.
now, right? Okay.
I
wasn't sure. Did it scab over?
Oh, yeah. So one thing that nobody warns you about is the itchiness. Yeah.
Like
so there's like the pain when it happens. There's mild pain the next day, depending where it is. Mine's on my legs. So when I sat, mild discomfort. The itching was something nobody warned me about. And the itching is because of the scabbing. Oh my fucking God. The itching. I was like, you can't scratch it either. All you can do is slap yourself. So I'm literally sitting at my desk or at home or even in my sleep like an idiot just slapping myself.
Did you like it?
Is that why I saw you make a Craigslist ad that said looking for someone to slap me
If somebody could slap me, I could just pay you to slap me.
I guarantee you there are people at work who do that for you.
Oh, I'm certain there is a full fetish category of slappers.
Everyone's a little freaky. I'm just saying.
I'm not freaky at all.
Liar!
That is a lie.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Someday maybe we'll have like an completely NSFW episode and I'll tell you my fetishes.
Ooh.
But not till then.
Okay, wait, quick question.
Until then.
Maybe for Patreon.
Who do you think is the freakiest of the three of us?
Who do I think?
Yeah.
I think it's Patricia.
100%. Possibly.
100%. You're the freakiest. I'm the most open, but you're the freakiest.
Yeah, I hold back quite a bit, but once I let go, I can be pretty freaky.
Oh, for sure.
So, quick note. We saw Patricia's closet.
Oh my
We've been
God.
talking about this for months.
the Narnia closet.
The
The thing
Narnia
is,
closet.
It's just been built up because people at work, whenever they ask me what I did over the weekend, I like to spend a little bit of time here and there, like cleaning things out or organizing things better. Like the next thing I need to do is like give away a lot of books that I have, right? So it's not a big deal, but it's part of my weekend, so I tell people about it. There's a running joke at work that I clean my closet all the freaking time.
Oh, I didn't hear that one. I was just more of like, we've never seen it.
Oh. So today I
I'm
walked in and I showed it to him.
Pissed now that I've seen it.
It's huge.
Yeah,
I told
it's
you.
not only tidy, but I could move in and you wouldn't see me.
I love how Patricia was like, it's so messy. It's like everything is in place.
All the
Everything has a
hats are
place-
somewhere, all the shoes are something. Like, it is not
Everything has
messy.
a place. I've got a place for all of my purses and bags. I've got a place to hide my money. I've got a place like for
random
everything.
cut off fingers. and
Yeah, my murder shack's in there. But
Murder box. Your mementos post murdering someone.
oh,
Sociopath.
don't look in the back corner. However, I'm just dissatisfied with it until I've got everything like given away that I don't need. Like I said, the books I need to get rid of. I still need to get rid of some things that I can't just let go of yet.
Mm.
And I
Very
have
fair.
3 carry-on suitcases. So if anybody wants one, I want to give at least one away.
Oh my gosh.
So if you need one and you live in the Bay Area, holla. I will hook you up.
Holler only if you send us a question at hello@WTFAQpodcast.com
Dun, dun, dun.
for a free carry-on.
It's been used though.
And a bit of a Subway sandwich. I don't even know anymore.
We'll walk to Subway together.
You make
However,
it-
I won't eat there because it's a restaurant, and I'm not eating at restaurants unless it's like a planned event.
So
However-
she'll watch you eat?
I mean, whatever. I'll watch you. That's not my part of my freakiness. We've been planning for a long time to do a celebration. We said whenever we get 1,000 downloads, we're gonna celebrate. That was a long time ago.
Mhm.
But now we're gonna celebrate this month on the 22nd, and I am so excited. It's a restaurant meal for me.
It is.
And the only time I can have alcohol is when we do a toast. So maybe we should do a toast at that dinner.
Should
I
we
will-
all prepare a toast? The 3 of us prepare a toast for each other.
And we stand up individually and give it at this restaurant.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Done.
I would do it.
This will happen.
It could also be a dance.
Interpretive dance?
This is
Yes.
an expensive restaurant we're going to, but it's also just kind of it's an expensive restaurant.
It's an establishment.
It's an establishment in San Francisco.
You know, they have really good martinis.
Such good martinis.
I don't want to tell people where it's at because I don't know if they're stalkers.
I mean, I hope the
take
one
my
that is our stalker does come and join us for dinner.
That is so scary to me.
We're all gonna die that night.
Well, this is my year to die.
Wait,
God damn it.
wait. You need to.
So
Unpack that.
let me tell you guys, when I was a kid, sometimes people would ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up. It was either a talk show host or I'm not going to live to be very old because I know in this exact age I'm going to die. And I realized, like in December, about a month after my birthday, I was like, oh shit, I am that age right now. And I just always kind of knew that this is the year I was going to die. So I don't know if I fully believe that, but part of the back of my mind is like, watch out what you're doing, wear your seatbelt, eat healthy, be good to yourself because this is a year. But I have no regrets if this is the year that happens.
Oh my gosh.
But it just-
that is so scary.
You know, like we've talked about like premonitions before and stuff like that. Like I don't believe it, but when I was a kid, I just freely said this is the year this age is the year I'm gonna die.
Weird.
That's all.
It's not gonna happen.
Someone please take care of my
I do
dog if
not.
I do. That's it.
I will handle the putt.
Thanks. That's it.
So on that lovely note,
So hopefully I can make it throughout the
Christ.
year. Please, November, get here soon.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
Don't die. Please don't ever
I'll
die.
try not. I'm doing my best. Not
you're
to.
doing a good job
Oh my
Thanks.
because you've succeeded from death.
Yeah, so far.
I'm doing it again and again right now.
So far, still alive.
You're like, fuck you, death. I have it.
No, I'm not gonna go that far.
Oh my God. Okay.
Anyway, we had a very long intro today, so it just feels so good to be back. And I know we got way off tangent, but you know what?
We
Hello,
always
everybody.
tangent. That's kind of our jam.
Also, this is kind of the first time we've ever really gotten into like recording on a weekly session.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of moving into like stage 2 of our podcast lives.
And we also appreciate feedback, so please share if you have any.
Yes. Also, yes.
Just yes.
Yes. Okay, guys, I'm starting off with question 1.
Okay.
Boom, ba-da-doo.
Are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
So, this is a little bit NSFW, but I also think it's quite wonderful.
That's not a thing for me.
Okay. So, what television show would you watch if it included full nudity?
Is it for the enjoyment of the nudity of the people, or what it, basically you're asking which porn version of a TV show would you watch?
It isn't porn. Like Westworld has full nudity in it.
Oh, I thought you meant like fully.
You meant like if there's hardcore porn in
So
there.
if there is a show that isn't fully naked now that you would watch more because it was?
Asha's like, I'd watch Futurama.
No, that's Stephanie. She has a
I do have that
crush
thing for
on
Fry.
Fry.
Fry
do.
is like, he's really cute. I
He's
do
so
like him.
cute. and also not real.
It's
What?
a cartoon.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Cartoon.
So, what show, if you added full nudity to it, would make the show watchable for you?
I have a response.
Say it.
Okay, I might get some criticism. So I was really into the show and then stopped watching it, but I would rewatch it if this were to come to fruition. This Is Us.
Oh.
Mm.
There's an
Because-
ad for that show every 10 seconds. online.
Because every single male character of that show is so hot.
Really?
So hot.
Which one's your favorite?
Milo, the
Vincent
Vin-
Momney
Milo
Bob.
V.
I can't say his last name. Starts that guy. He's number one, and then Justin Hartley, who's so fucking hot. So a while ago, I talked about these thruples I wanted to be a part of.
Yeah.
One of which is because he resembled Justin Hartley.
Oh.
So
okay.
Justin Hartley, and then you got Sterling K. Brown. Oh my god!
So if that show had full nudity on it, would you? You
I would
already
watch
watch
it.
it. You already
I'd
watch
watch
it. Would you like rewatch every episode?
Yes.
Pause for a while and
Yes.
stare at the screen.
Yes,
Then unpause.
yes,
Do the rewind 15 seconds over and over?
just over.
So the
and
question
over
is
and
like, are
over.
you watching the nudity because you're like, ooh, sexy time? Or are you watching it because you think the humor is going to be better with the nudity?
This show is not humorous.
I know.
But would
I
it be
know,
if they're
but,
nude?
like,
I'm
the
gonna put this on
question-
mute.
Instead of having the fake fireplace with the TV, you're just gonna have nudity on your TV all the time. Actually, yes,
Okay.
yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can call me out if you think my answer is a shit answer. We all know that, Family
answer.
Feud. But I would think so. I recently watched this show on Netflix called Glow Up. Have you watched it?
No.
Have you watched it?
I know of it, but no.
So good. So it's basically a makeup artist competition. Why are you dying?
I just imagine a reality show like that with nudity in it.
Well, so I think nudity would make it better only if they competed more full body makeup
Oh, okay.
makeup competition.
That's such a safe for work answer, and I'm
That
so
is
proud of
very
you.
fucking safe.
No, it is such a good show. I already
We'll
rewatched
agree with
it.
that.
This
These
would
are
help the
artists.
show be more incredible in this way and that way, and it's not like, oh, because
Okay,
I would
shit answer.
touch myself to this. Is
Whoa!
basically what you're avoiding.
That's where we're going.
That's
huh?
what you're avoiding. And that's what
Why
I
is she
answered
just looking at me?
freely.
Because she knows that you like to touch yourself to reality TV.
Because I know you don't.
Insert sexy time music here.
That felt so good.
Okay, I will think of another answer. Patricia, you go next. What if I was like the Food Channel?
Like naked Martha Stewart.
What's his face is pretty fucking hot though.
Snoop
Who's the one
Dogg?
who's
Guy
always
Fieri?
yelling at everybody?
The
Guy
what?
Fieri?
Guy Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, Gordon Ramsay is he's a fox.
He used
He's
to be a
fox.
professional soccer player, didn't
Yes,
he?
he
But
was.
if he did that in the kitchen, I would have other concerns. Like don't be naked in the kitchen because that's
Yeah, you
That
cut
would
that
hurt.
thing off.
They can make like a danger in paradise kind of thing, but danger in the kitchen. And it's like hot oil, cook with hot oil, but you're naked.
I would be scared that one of them would cut off their penis.
I was more concerned about burning.
The guys often rest their penis on the counter.
I mean, it's waist level. You
Is it?
you gotta contain that situation.
So I guess there are times if I'm leaning against the counter cleaning dishes, I will rest my boobs on the counter. Like if I'm at a desk, I'll rest my boobs on the desk.
Okay, I'm gonna call you out. You're worried about shaving off your nipples? Can you imagine being naked in a kitchen? You cut your areola off.
I know. Man, this dish tastes so good. Oh, lumpy there.
Oh,
Did you just
what
discuss
the
eating
fuck?
your own nipple?
It's a pepperoni pizza.
I'm just sad.
That's disgusting.
Oh, that's really gross.
Where would you get a skin transplant from if you needed to replace your nipple skin or your areola skin?
I mean, it'd have to be soft, right? Could you replace it from other parts of your body?
Well, usually they do. They
maybe
graft
your
from,
inner thigh.
they'll graft from your inner
Foot.
thigh or your foot.
Top
yeah.
of the foot.
Top of your foot for your nipple?
But
No
But
way.
they wouldn't
Too
replace your nipple.
rough.
Let's say
No,
they took
top
your
of the
foot
foot.
skin to replace your areola, and you'd have Barbie boobs without a nipple. You know what I mean? It's just the boob, no nipple.
Can I just get a tattoo?
What?
Wait, can I just get a tattoo of the nipple?
You just have a tattooed nipple.
Like a 3D tattoo. You're
That's
like,
the thing
please
that
wear
happened.
these 3D glasses while looking at my three-dimensional
that's
nipple.
That's a legitimate thing that that actually happens if something happens and the nipple
Well,
dies.
not a mastectomy.
Mastectomy.
So if we didn't have, like, if say we cut off our areolas and had skin transplants, would we be able to go topless?
Why not? Well,
I
the
don't
question is,
know.
what's your confidence of not having nipples? Right? Because the whole
Yeah.
idea of like naked beaches is, yeah, some people are pervy and they go to these nude beaches, but the other part is like, how comfortable are you with yourself to be like, whatever?
Well,
Ooh.
if you've ever gone to one of those like spas
Yeah.
where you're supposed to be naked, the
Like
entire
Korean
thing.
spa?
Yeah,
I have a friend. I haven't.
I have. I won't
So-
go with people I know, but with
So-
people I don't know, I don't care.
That's
I don't
fair.
fucking care.
Getting back to the question at hand about which shows would be better with nudity. You know what show I think could be hilarious with nudity?
Huh.
Would have been like The Office.
I think they would. Yeah, the pranks would definitely be different for sure.
The what would?
The pranks.
Oh, the pranks. I thought you said the prince. I'm like,
The what?
tell me more.
Hmm.
But I
don't
can just
know.
imagine Stanley running around naked.
Oh, I don't know if I want to see it.
Oh yeah, I imagine it every day. Just
I
kidding.
think Stanley would be scary. He already scares me.
I don't know. I just think it'd be really funny on that show. It's not probably not what I ideally do because a lot of the shows I already watch have nudity. You know.
True. True. In your incognito browser.
John Hamm, gray sweatpants.
Oh.
True.
Something. Can I?
Say it.
Okay, this is gonna sound. This is really pervy. Something about. I'd rather see the outline of a penis than the penis. Like.
Like a 2D drawing of a penis.
Sorry, I'm like trying to understand. Put your sketch pad away.
Penis book?
No, like
Put away.
I get more excited about the shape of a penis in pants or underwear than I
Oh.
do out.
That is actually very interesting and something that we don't have to unpack right now, but it's something to consider because it's usually not hard versus hard.
I think
Oh no, I like it when it's hard, but it's definitely inside.
But in
still.
the under, like, how often is that? Is that your incognito browser?
I'm the one blushing.
Like, I just, I'm having a hard time like visualizing what that looks like unless
So
this
for
is a
all of you
purposeful search.
who grew up with innocent Patricia, I'm sorry you're hearing this.
No one
And
is.
those who didn't, we love you more for it.
It all makes sense.
Wait, so
No, I think it's due to like my very conservative background and that I could never like dig into this thought very much more, but I was always a curious little young teenager who was always maybe looking in that area, you know.
it's a weird area.
I can also say something to not one up, but to make you potentially feel better about that.
Say whatever you want, girl.
I mean, so there's always like when you were in junior high school. Apologies again, Mel K. There was like dry humping versus actual sex.
Yeah.
That's sometimes more exciting too.
Dry humping is so much better. It's always so much better.
But I think it's the like agreed. I think we have we met
So much better.
consensus. But I think it's because it's like the tease.
I
That's
Right?
why
disagree.
I like
What?
a show.
Mm-mm.
You don't think it's because of the tease?
Oh no, for me I like the show. I like to
Oh, you like the
eventually-
show? Oh,
I
I
like
just
to-
have more feelings on the outside than the inside.
Oh, like clitoral
Yeah,
orgasm
versus-
versus
yeah.
internal?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
isn't that
nothing.
most for most ladies?
Yeah.
I
So
just-
why?
I
is-
really
yeah,
like
yes.
to use my imagination with what I see and then eventually see. That's all.
fair. I think, but don't they say a lot of for women? It's all about sort of the mental like
It is.
story.
Yeah.
So like, I've never. You guys are gonna yell at me. I've never actually really looked at like porn. I know I got a very.
Is this
disapproving
where I get
picture
to go
from
ahead and just
Stephanie.
use the bathroom and pretend this never happened? Because I will, and this would be the time for it.
No, but because it's like I see scenarios where I'm like, ooh, sexy, but I'm not like.
but they're on the street.
But I'm not seeking it. I don't know.
Again,
that's
the
all I
one
have to
married
say.
one.
The
The one
married
married
one.
one.
The one who has
Hey,
that
you
at her
know,
fingertips.
just because I'm the married one doesn't mean I lack interesting things going in that portfolio conversation. With porn, what I've heard with men and women is that women react to porn differently than men, and it's actually created differently too. Like it's more about the narrative and the story versus just like straight up physical.
Can we, between us three, you know, yarn stories or like when you like someone writes one line and then someone else writes the next line? Can we write a porn together like that?
I feel like you're gonna be very disappointed in me because I disagree with what you just said, Ashley.
I didn't say it was true.
I mean, not that it's true or not, but like,
So you enjoy.
I'm not watching for the plot.
I always.
What's gonna happen
Man, I
next?
hope
She's
that
like
pizza doesn't get
Downton
cold.
Abbey really gets me going.
Oh my god.
That pizza better stay warm from that pizza delivery guy.
Wait, so then what does that mean for you, Steph?
It means whatever your kink or whatever gets you going is what you need to see to
True.
get yourself going. Sometimes that's very
Physical.
sensual talk or whatever it is. For me, it's very
Just physical?
It's physical, but it's not just like. I mean, it goes back a lot. Like honestly, if there were to be an actual search history of my porn, there'd be a lot of dry humping. Not gonna lie.
That's
You
fair.
look up dry humping porn?
But
I have
don't-
looked at dry humping porn. Yes,
But
I didn't know that existed.
do you really?
it does exist.
Oh, that. So there's so many questions. I don't even know where to
Ask
start.
away.
So dry humping porn. So you're just watching two hips of people just dry humping. You're not like watching for a storyline or like.
No,
I don't know. I
Look at that
mean,
gyration.
there
Gene
is
on
zero
Gene.
storyline. It's what is it that I need, which is the clitoral.
So
whatever.
you go on incognito. You
Uh-huh.
look this up and you just see hips humping. You don't see the tops.
No, you can see the yes.
I
you can
just
see the
It's
envisioned-
just zoomed in on hips.
Yes, you
you
can
don't
see
even know what
tops.
gender they are until you like they zoom out.
Oh man. Lots
Anyway.
happening. Anyways, okay.
Did you have another option for yours that you?
I mean, I think again, I freaking love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I
Yeah.
think it'd be even more hilarious naked. I also think
mhm.
the movie Bridesmaids would have been even more
Yes!
hilarious naked.
Yes! I love that movie.
I think Tag, the movie Tag with John
There's a
Hamm.
lot of attractive
And
people.
there are
Jake
a lot of
Johnson?
attractive. Yes, I
Mm.
love Jake Johnson.
Oh,
Mostly because
yeah.
he's
Do you?
such a curmudgeon, and I'm like, oh, I love that you're so
Nick
grumpy.
Miller.
That's a great cast. Tag would be really hilarious naked. Oh, I'm sorry. A TV show would also be great naked.
A
or
TV
nude.
show?
I'm sorry.
The show. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my god, yes.
That
I
would
love
be
that show.
so. I mean, I think
Well,
their
she-
material would amp up if it was.
She
if there was
got
nudity.
naked. There was an episode where she went to a Korean spa.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Or wait, I can't remember that.
We have to watch it again.
I need to
Oh.
rewatch.
So anyway, thank you for answering my question. I think we spent way too long on that, but it was great to learn about our porn preferences.
I don't even think. I think we just scratched the surface on that.
Yeah, we can scratch later.
Solid.
Okay, question 2.
Bring it on.
That is moi. Okay, so my question is, and we've talked about this a lot. What would the name of your autobiography be, and why? Now, if this is too difficult, we can also name each other's, which
Let's
I
start with
actually
naming
think.
each other.
Let's name each other's, and let's see how that goes.
I have said this many times. There are certain things that choose you versus you choosing it. This is one of those. I could never name mine.
That's why we need to choose yours for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's start with yours, Stephanie.
It'd have to do with wine and being Jewish.
Wine, men, and Jewish again.
Would it be?
Oy vine. 2 on the nose.
Yeah. it's a little-
Hey.
Oh,
chapter 1.
How about secretly Jewish? Wink.
It's not secret.
I know that's why you put a wink after it.
You just write out the wink.
Wink. Wank.
Or should it just be
Wank?
wink with
What
all of the like?
fuck?
Jesus. No.
Wank.
What?
No.
I don't know about that. I'm trying to think like a funny, clever dad joke or something.
Accurate.
I think it'd have to be with, and there would have to. So the formula, if I were to write an equation of your
Mhm.
autobiography,
Mhm.
you have to do with you being Jewish,
Mhm.
drinking wine,
Mhm.
fucking,
Mhm.
maybe some crotchless panties peppered in there,
Oh boy.
And a tattoo.
and a tattoo.
I don't disagree. I just feel like the latter 2 are so new as opposed to the primary were so my whole life.
However, the tattoo is going to be the rest of your life.
The rest. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. Because
that is very
that would
true.
be very painful to take away that whole
The
situation.
acknowledgements.
Yeah.
How about wine, dine, and fuck until 9?
Oh shit! I love that.
I also love it, but where's the Jew in there?
I mean, that comes inside the story.
Oh yes,
Ayo!
it does.
Or
Yes,
what
it
do you-
does. Yes, it does, sir.
I'll take it.
What
I'll
is
fucking
happening
take it.
today? Well, I'm thinking too because you go to bed early, so until 9.
I sure do.
See, so it's
No,
great.
it's absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
I just want the sprinkling of the oi in there somewhere.
Yeah,
oi,
But I like it.
oi, wine, dine, and fuck until 9. Oi.
that's pretty good too. That's really good.
That's really,
I'd have to
that's
say
really
yours is
good.
better than
I'll
mine, I was
put you in
thinking.
touch with my publicist.
Thank you. Okay.
I was like, how do you combine wine and Judaism or
And
being
fucking.
Jewish?
Manischewitz. That's how.
What?
Manischewitz.
I don't know what that.
It's wine
Jewish
that you can
wine.
drink.
Oh, it's Jewish
Basically
wine.
just
You're not
Jewish
drinking that
sugar.
wine though.
That's gross.
I was
It's
like,
just like grape juice, but not grape
Mm.
juice.
I was trying to combine
Gross.
Jewish and wine, so I was like, Jew wine? And that sounds racist. Then I was like, wine-oo? Nope, that sounds terrible.
Maybe 8 days of?
Oh,
Like the Hanukkah version of Wine Dine? What was it? Fuck
Fuck
until 9?
yeah, I like that. 8 days of wine, dine, and fuck until 9. That's actually really, really great. And your
Comprehensive for you.
chapters are broken out, but they're only 8 chapters.
There's only 8 chapters.
Who would you dedicate your book to? Anyone?
Each chapter I would dedicate to somebody who'd be so embarrassed that I dedicated a chapter to them.
Oh, I like that.
Like each family member.
would you put coupons in your book?
Okay, so one of the things that happened to me years ago that was the most meta thing that's ever happened was I bought a Costco-sized box of matzah that was filled with coupons. I was like, I don't understand how things could get any more Jewish than this, but I love it.
How about this? You put a coupon in to be like, one hug.
No. I'd be like,
Just shitty
here is the
coupons.
accumulation of the 20% off a single item at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Oh, that everyone gets that never go back.
That reminds me of Broad City when she always had those coupons to get things. Yep.
It's like,
Exactly.
here's a coupon to a Chinese restaurant for you to go to on Christmas. That's on brand.
That's
That's
very
called
much
targeting.
on brand. That's so good. Yeah.
I try to think what else would your coupons entail.
Also, the movie ticket for Christmas Day as well.
True. But you only get one coupon per chapter.
Free therapy session.
Trying to think. What
Wouldn't
else?
that be great though if a book did come with a coupon inside?
I-
Like for something
I
random.
mean, you need
for
the
something that
incentives.
ties to your chapters. You could like totally like market that and be like, hey, you read chapter 5, you're gonna get a free pasta at Fazoli's.
Right?
I mean,
Chapter 6, finally started therapy. Here's yours.
oh man, that's good. I feel good about that.
I feel really, really
good
good
about
about
yours.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
I think we got to think about yours, Patricia.
Okay. Good luck.
So definitely there would have to be some sort of revealing because you've like come from a conservative background.
And I'm an
you've blossomed.
exhibitionist.
Oh shit, that's true.
I never close these windows. I'm just kidding.
But
I
you
do.
say you're an exhibitionist, but then you don't freely share things, and then you have this closet of greatness. So I think you're more of a closeted something or other.
Ooh.
But not in a sexual way.
Mildly
not
sexual.
In not in a sexual awakening way.
I'm out and about that I like the male gender. I like penises.
I never knew that until you said
So,
that right now. Of
Almost
course I
something
knew
along the
that.
lines of out of the closet, but not in that way, but like a guide to exhibitioning.
Ooh, I
Something
swear.
along those lines.
You're not
Actually,
feeling
I'm not
it.
an exhibitionist.
You're
at
not
all.
feeling it.
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
not
like
an
you're
I
not.
think
exhibitionist
it's-
at all.
She's not feeling it.
I wish I were. Even when I played soccer in
wish you were
college, this
too.
was really dumb. But for like shower time, I hated showering in front
I
of
mean,
all
you
my.
literally talked about how
teammates.
the people's feet and calves like disgust you in the last
Unless it's
episode.
men's feet.
Well, no,
men's feet is fine.
like, when I was in college though for soccer after games we'd travel, like I would always seek out the referee shower because I never used their showers because I would really want to get like a nice scrub down, but I always hated like just standing naked amongst my teammates and like
Mm.
getting the stuff done. That's all. I
So-
was that person.
I feel like I didn't have enough
Oh,
tequila for
maybe
this.
like religious incognito. Like there's like there are parts of you that you talk about from your religious background, and then there's like also new stuff too. So it's like the merging of two.
But when I was religious though, like I truly was religious. I was like
Yeah.
I was in it for the long haul. but then I'm not.
It's not a statement of your belief in that now, though. It's
Absolutely
just like
not.
the
Just-
history that you bring.
And being religious does not make you not okay with something else. It's not really how it goes necessarily. In like this, in the terms of this, like obviously we're over sexualizing everything,
Or
but that
something
doesn't
with
mean that you can't be.
What about wined, dined, and fucked way past 9?
No,
Just
because
kidding.
you don't like whining. You are off dining,
Okay, I just call
and
it
you
fucked
won't
past
talk to
9.
us about anything past nining.
What?
Gaming would have to be part of it.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have a title yet. I'm pretty
It's
straightforward.
gotta. It's gotta be really clever, and I think it has to do something with research,
I think it has to do with gaming.
like research and development, something.
Have you thought about this?
What if it's called like single white gamer?
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah,
That's pretty damn funny.
yeah, and then I can be like, I still want to find a guy who wants to play video games with me, and that's all I want to find a guy. Well, video games and sex.
That's what I'm
Ooh.
saying. There should be
I-
something about like R&D, but we'll just we'll rename it research and development, but something a little more
Mhm.
clever.
I do like that gaming aspect, though.
Mhm.
Single white gaming, single white femaling.
Yeah, but single white gamer.
Yeah, that's
the
good.
book. I like that one. I'll
Single
make
white
it
gamer?
myself. I'll make the title myself.
No, I mean that was the original question. If you had one
Yeah.
for yourself,
Yeah, single
That's
white
what I-
gamer is pretty good.
Yeah, but I wish I could like tie in the more of the female aspect, so it's like single white female, but single white gamer. But I think people would
you could
understand
be
like
like
that's the
gamestress.
what's that?
A gamestress.
Like a mistress?
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh.
Like a female version. Like if you were to like put a female-based pronoun in gamer, because
Oh.
gamer's supposed to be gender neutral.
Yes, but I think people think of guys. I don't know. I think single white gamer would be fun. That I can be like, why in the world can I not just find a guy who wants to game and fuck?
You know what? I feel like if you wrote that down somewhere, you'd get a lot of calls.
There are a lot.
I'm
who
just
But
want
saying.
The thing is,
that.
though, you do get a lot of like DMs and dick pics from guys when you're like a
Ugh.
streamer who's female and
My
all that kind
God.
of stuff. But those aren't the kind of people I want, because I don't want a guy who's gonna just be like, "Hey, I saw you online. Here's my dick." I don't want
Ugh.
that.
Nobody
Gross.
wants a dick pic.
We've talked about
Nobody
this.
wants this.
Gross.
So anyway, let's move on to yours, Ashley.
Okay.
We'll put a pin in single white gamer though. I think that's pretty good.
Super Asian.
Oh,
God.
That's not what I would like. I don't like that one. I retract that. Retract.
If you can see my face right now.
Retract your face too, please.
Got
I
slapped
was
in
trying
the
to
face
think of,
by
like-
Super Asian.
I was trying to think of like a superhero name, and Super Asian came out.
What would my superpower be? I can eat a lot of Chinese food and I can find the best Chinese restaurant.
Well, you
But also
can,
speak
can't
French.
Yeah, that's true.
So I feel like it should be something very Asian, but in French.
And my sleeper agent is Cookie Monster, so weave that in.
you? Who stole my cookies? That should be the name of it.
Stole my cookies.
Who stole my cookie?
That's so good.
Who stole my cookies?
But it needs to not be in English. Like that
What?
title?
How would what? What language would it be in?
Oh my god, it needs
Sanskrit?
Oh.
What if it just cookies is the word that's translated?
Where am I?
Where are my little cookies? How do you say cookies in another language?
How do you say cookies in French?
I guess des biscuits. Those are like
Aw.
cookies. It's
That's
sort
not
of
a good title.
disappointing.
I still like Who Stole My Cookies, and it's just Ashley, but she has like a face mask pulled up, and it's just Cookie Monster.
But I think that
Oh
would
my goodness.
actually work really well on a deeper level of digital marketing because how we use
Oh.
cookies for tracking. I think
Or
that's
don't
really
touch my
good.
cookies.
Oh, don't
Hmm.
track my cookies? No.
Don't touch my cookies.
Don't touch my cookies. Or these are my
Interesting.
cookies.
I had a couple before. I don't know if I'm misremembering it though. It's very possible. I think one of them that I thought of was like appropriate dissonance.
That sounds like a Harvard Business Review book. The kind you get at the airport, like the ones on emotional
If
intelligence.
you want to sell this book, it's just got to be "Don't touch my cookies." If you want that as a chapter, yeah,
Appropriate dissonance underneath. Don't steal my cookies.
don't touch my cookies.
Don't touch my cookies.
But also kind of unfair because you always share everything.
That's true.
STDs.
I give away all my cookies. Take my cookie.
Take my cookies.
Take my cookies.
That's better.
No, I like don't steal my cookies or don't touch my cookies. I like that because it's more like don't do it. Like, I like that. I'd love to imagine a picture of you on the front with like a very serious, upset face.
Oh man.
I
Show us
like
that
the face I see is you've bitten on a very large cookie, but then you're also like hand out, just like mad about it that somebody's taking your photo.
I don't even like cookies that much.
Too
Well,
bad.
this is what's happening.
This is my new reality.
Or it could be don't steal my cheese, whatever you want.
Don't steal my cheese. Don't smell my cheese. That's weird.
No.
Oh,
How about a book that's called Smell My Cheese? Or Pull My Finger.
pull my finger.
Pull my finger, smell my cheese.
I thought you were about to go into rap.
I mean later, yeah.
Oh man.
You're still supposed to write raps for us?
Yeah.
I am. Next episode I will.
Alright.
In the next episode.
Next episode. Expeditiously.
Anyway.
Expeditiously.
That's a good question. I like that.
Yeah, like that was a good question.
So what's Steph's is 8 days of wine, dine, and fuck until 9. Mine is single white gamer.
Yes.
Yours is
Don't steal
my
my
cookies.
cookies with the
I think yours will probably sell the best out of all of ours.
It will.
Don't steal my
Well-
cookies? Is it because America loves cookies?
Yes.
Yeah.
And your face on the front of the book.
You know how much that would cost to bid on that term, cookies, on the internet? There are probably so many people on the internet searching for cookies.
Yeah, but I bet more people are searching for John Hamm Gray sweatpants.
Probably.
And that traffic is all driven by me.
They pinpoint it to one location.
It's like someone in San Francisco just cannot get enough.
Oh man. Okay. We're done with this question. Steph?
Can I change it really quickly? Not 8 days of, but 8 nights of. 'Cause
Oh
it's
yeah,
eight
yeah.
nights
Of Hanukkah.
Sure, and it fits better with fuck until 9.
There it is. Okay, that's all. That's
This
all.
is
I
the
have to
most
say.
I've cursed in any episode, and it's just
I
because of your title.
know.
You know, Tiffany Haddish, I thought about you, has her stand-up episode called Black Mitzvah.
Oh.
It's so good. It was Black Mitzvah. It was so good.
I dig
Did
it.
you know she's Jewish?
There's not a lot.
But
Yeah,
she
dig it.
decided to get bat mitzvah
I
as
still
an
have to do
adult.
mine.
I know, and that's why I thought of you, because you need to get bat mitzvah as an adult.
I'm still not a woman.
Clearly,
You're still a little girl. Hi, little girl.
that's
Aw.
weird.
Yeah.
Okay, Steph, your question. Question 3.
Question the third. Hopefully I can read this.
Play old lady music here.
Play old me.
That's
old lady
good.
music here. Okay, so the question is, what quote or saying do people spout or say, but is complete bullshit? An example being all intents and purposes or all intensive purposes. People just say bullshit like that thinking they know it out of confidence, but you don't actually know it. What is one that you say that you're
So one that
guilty
really
of?
bothers me, that this is not really the right thing, but people always say like voila, voila, and it's voila. There's a V in front of
Voila.
it.
Yeah.
There is
And I always
voila.
get really mad about that. And I think it's another French thing. I think it's because I studied French, but people will like read ooh la la when it's oh la la, and it drives me
Oh.
crazy.
I didn't know that. It's
mean-
oh la la?
Well, yeah, it's spelled OH la la.
I
Oh
don't
la
know.
la.
I'm
That's
very impressionable.
all. I don't know. And people who speak French can definitely yell at me. Felix, I understand you're probably going to yell at me too for this. But
Well, he's not from France, so he'll be like, I applaud you.
so I just imagine that people are going to yell at me. But that was why I was raised and taught and was studying French. So those are incorrect. So when people, mainly it's voila that really bothers me, because there's always these commercials that are like, oh, and voila, I found it. I'm like, shut up. Put the V there.
No,
Which
that's
is what-
totally fair.
yeah.
I mean, I read this question because it felt very close to home. There was when I was living in Hawaii with my brother, we were talking to each other about something, and he said all intensive purposes, and I said all intents and purposes, and that's where this kind of came from, and it just became a massive argument. It turns out they're both kind of correct, but neither of us had enough confidence to say whether or not the other was wrong, and so you just wouldn't correct them. Which I thought was just a very interesting thing, that people will just say shit just because, like, with enough confidence, you'll just do it and hope that nobody corrects you.
Well, and there's a subreddit called Bon Apple Tea, which is kind of that
Yes.
whole mindset of this is like,
Mm-hmm.
instead of saying like Bon Appetit, they say Bone Apple Tea, because they kind of sound it out from what they've heard and never really thought about like, hey there, what's the origin of this word, or what is it supposed to say? But I look at that daily. It's super funny.
I have to look at that. That sounds pretty good.
I mean, even if
But-
it is your native language, I will, for the life of me, never be able to spell unnecessarily correctly. It just will never happen.
Wait, so are these sayings that are like common sayings that annoy us, or just like
No, common sayings that people get incorrect or have maybe multiple meanings or multiple different sayings because people have just done it so often.
Yeah. Trying to think.
So here's some examples from the Bon Apple tea that I want to share with you.
Yeah.
So this person types in, what does it mean to starch your engines?
Oh, I didn't know you were doing your whites
Yeah,
with
exactly.
your engines.
Another example is, hey, do them roast history chickens at Walmart be good? Like rotisserie, roast history.
It's like
These are pretty-
Pregante.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. If you haven't, Stephanie introduced me to this video. Was it Yahoo
It's,
results?
yeah, Yahoo questions and answers of like, am I pregnant? And the various results. It's like, Pregante.
Yeah.
Am I pregnant?
I was laughing so hard and crying. It was like, "Pregargargart." It's like, that's clearly, if you're getting pregnant, maybe you shouldn't.
It was like 10-year-olds like who should not be doing what they're doing.
Am I
Asking in a
pregnant?
asking in a Yahoo
If I'm pregnant, can I go down the water slide?
Exactly.
Everyone.
Oh my god.
This is a funny text between two people. The person goes, hello. The person other person replies, bone jaw. And then the first
Oh.
person goes, what? And they go, are you dumb, dumbass? It's French for hello.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
This is an amazing subreddit. Bone apple tea. Check it out. You're going to just like laugh all day long.
Okay, I'll have to check it.
Oh, sad.
I'm trying to think what phrase I don't particularly love, but maybe it's because the people they aren't using it wrongly. But so it's the pot calling the kettle black. So I think a lot of people like to use this phrase, but oftentimes they're like trying to prove a point. But most of the times, the people using it are just being hypocrites.
That's the point of the phrase, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're calling someone else out. They're not
Oh, yeah,
admitting
yeah.
to the hypocrisy
Oh, yeah.
themselves.
That's
That's what I get annoyed by.
So
So
it's
it's
literally
not
its purpose.
it's not like user error of the person. It's that the person is so not self-aware that they're part of the problem.
There's another subreddit called Self-Aware Wolves.
Ooh.
And it's when people like say things like that when really it's hypocritical for them to say, or they're just not self-aware of what's going on. It's also another amazing one. That's
Oh,
all.
I
There's a
have to check
subreddit for
that.
everything.
Subreddits are pretty great.
I'm addicted to it. Also, one of my 2020 goals is to not spend more than 10 minutes on the toilet at one given time. So I've lost a lot of good Reddit time recently.
Can you make up for it somewhere else? Like, do you have to be on the toilet only to read subreddits?
Reddit's just so much more enjoyable on the toilet.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. I love Reddit on the toilet.
Hmm.
Anyway,
I wonder if it's just the quiet time that you have to yourself that you appreciate, and then you so happen to also read Reddit at that time.
I also live by myself, so it's always pretty quiet in
That's
here.
fair. That's fair. I know that there are different phrases for Midwest versus like East and West Coast.
Oh, that's another one. Kitty corner versus catty
That's
corner.
what I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Dependent on and pop versus soda.
Oh.
The ultimate like conversation between Midwest people and
Starter
coastal
of all
people, or
wars.
Midwest East Coast versus West Coast. No one on the West Coast says pop. They all say soda.
My
There's a
roommate
reason
when
for
I got to college, she used to say pap, and I was like, "What?" She's like, "Pap," and I'm like,
There's a reason for this.
What?
Is because soda did not make its way to the Midwest for quite a while. So there's only like one kind, and because they had like a bubble machine for that, it was called pop. The brand or whatever they called it was called pop. So that it became like in the South, Coke is the soda phrase, the soda name, but in the Midwest, pop is that because it took a long time to come from the East Coast to the Midwest.
"How?" But how long?
I don't know. It doesn't take very long for word to spread and names to be formed.
Yeah, but like now, do you still say, "Oh, I want a Coke," or do you say,
In the South, they
I
do.
want a,
And like
I
when
want a soda"?
when
I
I lived
want
in
a pap, I
Georgia,
want a
people said,
whatever.
"I want a Coke," no matter
But they
what
just
it
meant a
was.
soda, right?
Yeah, they
like
wanted
any
soda.
variety.
But
Yeah.
what if they didn't? They wanted a soda. They wanted a Sprite, and then
If you go
would
to a
say, "I
restaurant-
want a Coke."
If you go to a restaurant in Georgia and you say, "I want a Coke," they say, "What flavor? What do you want?"
Mm.
It's just what they call soda there.
I'd love to learn like different dialects of like regions within America.
BuzzFeed has this information.
Yeah, but is it actually true? Like BuzzFeed reporters are just people who are like not trained journalists. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're just I'm
Yes.
sorry. I have a big problem with news sites nowadays or just regular sites where they're like, "Oh, this is news." But like the art of journalism is actually lost. There are people who are trained to do this and then people who aren't. And that's just what education is and training is.
But there's a certain crowd that doesn't want to read what people who are trained actually write. So
why
they
not?
want the BuzzFeed
Because
kind of
it's too
stuff.
difficult? Because they don't want to? Like what?
Because
Why?
I think that they're two different kinds of things. One, you're going to sit down and learn and enjoy and in a time of like thought.
Mhm.
But then there's also like, I want to consume this information right now on the toilet.
That's true, but then you have this issue of fake news that just runs rampant because no
That's
one's
a
held
whole nother
accountable
story, yeah.
to the story that they're telling. So there's no, like, even on our podcast, when we misphrase something or missay something, we put a retraction in. There's no sense of that. If that was the case, BuzzFeed would have all sorts of retractions. This
But that's
site would
why
be a retraction.
Someone who takes in news and media correctly will read the comments or find another source to verify it.
How many
That's-
people do you actually think are doing that, though?
Fact checkers?
Fact checkers, but the majority of folks will probably just read the headline and move forward.
Yeah, that's just, but you can't stop that. You can't change that.
Yeah, but I guess what you can control is the volume and to who, like, what exposure these people are having, right? So if like your fake news of inventory increases and outshines sort of like the trained writing, the people who are doing the fact checking of their reporting, then it's the loss of society. Sorry, that got really intense.
Yeah, you're really deep. You're like a reporter right now. I'm like, man, I just want some toilet humor.
I mean, for all intents and purposes.
Well, calling. No, I'm not gonna even get into it. Calling the
Anyway.
kettle black.
Thank you for your questions. This has been it felt good to get back into this. I enjoy chatting with you guys, and Ashley kept her jacket on this whole time. Still took off her shirt, but her jacket's still on.
No bra though. No bra. Let them be free.
I don't have any areolas. They're just boobs, Barbie boobs.
That was Patricia.
If I had Barbie boobs, I would go topless, and I'd be like, "What? There's no nipple showing." That's all.
Do
I
you
never
think
said
men
that
care
really.
about nipples
Yes.
more than like if you had?
And that's
no
the
nipples?
reason why there's censorship, I think, is all because of men.
Wait, what?
Censorship of nipples?
Yeah.
I think that's men's doing, not women.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
I
Well, for the
mean-
next topic on the next show.
I think it is.
WTFAQ.
Nipple censorship.
Nipple censorship in America.
It's on
How do we take down the
podcast.com.
patriarchy?
Or not.
That's actually my autobiography title.
How do we take down the patriarchy?
No, nipple censorship, taking down the patriarchy. Right?
But what about your cookies?
That's a
That's
subchapter.
that's a subtitle.
I have a
Subreddit of
subreddit
your own
in my chapters. You have coupons. I have subreddits in my chapters. And in yours, you just have like a website URL for someone to go to after they read your book.
It's all just a photo of John Hamm in some gray sweatpants.
It's pictures of me with John Hamm in gray sweatpants.
Oh.
And John's just like, Patricia, can you stop? I didn't give you the rights.
Anyway, this has
Oh,
been
man.
fun. If you enjoyed this, please consider sharing us with your friends. We really have been so grateful for people who listen, and it's been a pretty consistent number. We've been growing sometimes, and I think it's great to see that you guys are enjoying this. We definitely are active on our Instagram, so check us out there. It's WTFAQ.podcast on Instagram. And we also have a Facebook group. Check that out. I think the Facebook group's going to get a little bit more exciting as we go on, so check us out there. We've got quite a few followers already, and I'm so excited. We'll be back next week, and we apologize that this episode came out late. We still love you.
There's love. A little sprinkled with a little, was that? I don't know.
Crumbs?
Cookie crumbs and nipples. Nipple
Okay.
pieces.
Oh, sick.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
Gross.
Anyway, take care, everybody. We will see you next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.